Hey everybody, it's Cynthia Porter with Kids Winona. Todd Hansen is running the camera, and we are Facebook Live from a place. I'm so happy to be back too. We have not done a Facebook Live here on the inside of the building for I think for probably 3 years. It might be a little bit longer than that. We're at the Minnesota Marine Art Museum, ready to go look at some of their new exhibitions, talk about the changes that are happening here that are so exciting, talk about just what a beautiful place this is. See the river behind me. This is where all these barges are kind of parked up right now, but what is beginning to sprout here is the most amazing prairie garden that you've ever seen. It goes all the way around this entire side of the building, and it's just on this patio down here. It's such a beautiful place to come in the summertime. I come here and take photos and hang out and loiter all the time. So let's go inside. Yeah, I know, right? It's so beautiful. If you've not come here in the summertime, this is just one of the most peaceful and beautiful places in Winona. Honest to God, it's probably my favorite place. And you can just come sit out here on their mezzanine. There's no reason that you would not be able to bring a picnic lunch and just sit here next to the river. I can see eagles flying over right now. There's tons and tons of eagles on the river right now. Actually, I see them by the half dozen every time I'm driving anywhere. They're all over the place. Anyway, this is not about eagles. This is about art. Let's go have a look inside. Also, so there's some vehicles around here doing this and that. They are getting set up for our concert tonight. The Winona Symphony Orchestra is doing a concert here inside one of the galleries at the museum tonight. I just talked with Caitlin, the communications lady here for MAM, and she said that there are a few tickets left available. So I have been to concerts inside the galleries before, and it's so kind of magical. It's because the space is beautiful. You're surrounded by pretty artwork and just the sounds of the symphony wafting up around the walls, and it's fantastic. So if you're in town and you want to do something special tonight, this is the spot. So Todd, give them a look, right? I'm carrying around these flyers because there's so much happening that there's just no way for me to remember all of it because I'm getting old. So I had to grab a handful of flyers, and this is not even all the flyers on the counter to talk about what's really special inside right now and what's coming down the pipe. But we're going to look at this exhibition. This might be one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen here. The thing about Minnesota Marine Art Museum is that it's kind of an unexpected place. The art that they have here is world class, absolutely world class. There was some news stories about some of the art leaving, but that was just some certain pieces of art. They have over 900 pieces that they own in their personal collection, but what makes it even more amazing is that they also have traveling exhibits that come through, and they rotate many times a year. We're going to look at some of them right now. There's a really big deal going on. It's called Flora and Fauna, and right now the flora is up and the fauna is going up on May 6th. And they have found these artists that are in different spots around the world. This lady, this is why I grabbed the flyers. She is these pieces came from London. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. Okay. Forget about all of that. Just look. Come here. You have to come close and look. So, look in the inside of these bowls. And these aren't even some of her most intricate works. Here, look at this one. This is all gold foil inside. I don't even want to touch these because they're so incredibly fragile. It's Hitomo Hosono is the artist's name. She will spend up to a year in some cases making these. These, I believe, are made out of porcelain. So look inside of this one. I can't, it's all just completely handmade. Can you imagine? She apparently also has some pieces that have a lot of elaborate work on the outside, but they don't ship those internationally. I believe that Caitlin told me that this exhibition came from one of them because they're extremely delicate. I imagine one of them probably cost my entire year's salary, so I'm not going to touch them, but fun to look at. And there's more. Oh wait, there's more. Okay, so this is part of the flora. This one's also nested. So these are Japanese prints. So these are prints made from their historic Japanese artworks. And those artworks, they have the actual books. I'm not certain what year, but here you can see this extremely detailed artwork. They've made prints of some of people's favorite pieces from them. And they also have reference books here that you should flip through. Because these aren't the real books, obviously, because, they would not let me touch it, but they're just so pretty, and they're so historic, and they're so authentic. The work is gorgeous. Gorgeous. There's more. Okay, oh, here. If you've ever been inside here, you know it's a little bit of a maze. It started, it was quite a lot smaller than this. And then they added galleries, and then they added galleries, and then they added galleries, and then they added another gallery. And now you get yourself sort of twisted around. Good way, because there's a lot to see. So this they call the literary room, and this is a new installment here at the museum that changes. So they have just turned this over to more of a spring exhibition, and what it is like beautiful artwork paired with beautiful words. And so there's books for you to flip through in this nice little reading section right now, and then you can walk around and you can see Nick Wroblewski is the artist, and I heard one thing from Caitlin. The author of the words, I have to find her name, the author of the words and Nick Wroblewski met in person for the first time here at a gallery opening because they started this project during the pandemic, and so they had only worked remotely with each other, and what a neat thing, Anyway, these words, there's so much more to see. We're gonna just breeze through this quickly, but Mary Casanova, sorry, that's the writer's name. And so I read just little bits across over there, and you can see, there's longer form writing, and it's beautiful. I mean, I'm a word person, and I absolutely. So, and here's these books in this little reading area that you can sit down and spend a while. What a great place to come, like on a rainy day, because especially, okay, so here's the thing. I have a membership here. I just have an individual membership, which costs nothing. I don't know, maybe it's $40 for the entire year, but I use it because things change here all the time. I've met people who say like, oh yeah, the museum, I went there once, it was good. It changes every time I'm here. There are different installations up, and that keeps it exciting all the time. But just to come here for the day, I think that the ticket price is still under $10, which is ridiculously inexpensive. I don't know where we are. Okay, now we're in another room that I forgot was here. So people really know that's fun. Todd, you should stop and make a drawing before we go.
Okay.
So this is historically they've always had a kids area, and I see over here still some games and toys and some fun art and lots of books that little ones love. Also, not so little ones love the books here too, but I brought my niece and nephew here, and they're teenagers, like older teenagers, and they had a blast because they also have a treasure hunt here, and they have a treasure hunt for small children and one for older children, and even adults do it. So you can just get the treasure hunt sheet, at the desk when you come in and go around, and it was just a lot of fun for them. They were saying like, oh, you have to find the piece of art that has a lighthouse in it, or the piece of art that has a, whatever. But it was really fun. Okay, this exhibition is actually from a guy who's from Winona. He doesn't live here anymore. He lives in Montana. His name is Ian Hainsworth. But what?
They.
They. They are Ian Hainsworth, and they lived here when they were younger, and so they used to come to this museum on school field trips, which is really neat. So it's amazing to have the artists work here now. It's like full circle, right? To be a child coming in and see all of the amazing art that this museum has brought in over the years, and then to see your own art in here. I can't imagine what that would be like, but I also can't make these things, so I will never know what that's like. But look at how special this work. These are all, they actually commissioned some of the work because this is all native flora to this region, native prairie flora. Oh gosh, oh wait, it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing. It's a cool thing if I can make it work. Okay, so here's something fun about this museum. You might have to help me. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, and now this. Okay, hang on. Wait, I'm working on it. Okay, wait. Hang on. Oh my gosh. You know what? Okay, hang on. Try it again. Oh, if I can't make this work, I'm just going to be so embarrassed. Oh, I can't make it work. Take it, Todd. You make it work. I'll hold the camera.
Let's see.
Todd's the tech guy. Todd's the techie one. But anyway, so I am a photographer in my free time, and I take a lot of wildflower photography, and I want to show you how extremely ornate these things are. They're just beautiful. But what he's trying to open up right now that I cannot seem to manage for myself, I'm so sorry, is they have another artist has created a virtual reality environment so that you scan the code, you point it at the floor thing. I'm not a virtual reality aficionado, so I can't really explain much in detail about it, but what opens up is this incredible world of virtual reality. You point it around and it tells the Dakota story of all these different plants that are on display in here, and the artwork is just beautiful. There's a snake, there's like a forest, there's a deer. Maybe he needs a different iPad. I don't know if he got it. I'm gonna just grab another iPad. It's kind of quiet. It's we're in the morning on Thursday, so it's a little bit quiet here right now. So I think we can hog the iPads for just 1 second. What do you think, Todd?
Here, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay, I'll trade you. Here, I grabbed another iPad too. There you go. All right. I'll just carry that. Carry this. Okay, now, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, so, here, I'll hold it and you just show, look at how pretty this is. Okay, so, oh, there's the deer. I wanna see the snake. You know where the snake is? Did you see the snake?
I didn't see the snake. I was trying to avoid the snake, actually.
I know, she said it's really big and it comes out and it looks like it's going to bite you. I know.
Augmented reality.
Oh, and here's the story that you can stand and read. This is all in the Dakota language, which Todd actually learned a little bit of a couple weeks ago. It's very impressive. What is this? You guys, It's really
Yeah.
cool. Hey, there's no snake. No snake. All right, good. We're avoiding the snake. Somehow. Okay. All right. That's enough time. There's no. We shouldn't. Okay, so. I don't know how to shut this off. There we go. Oh my goodness. We'll come back and do this. I'm barking the place. Okay, so the museum still owns a really significant collection of art. I learned something about the Hudson River School. So the Hudson River School is a particular genre of art that covers a narrow region, the Hudson River, and a certain style of art. This museum has held some of the most important Hudson River School paintings on its walls in the world. And in fact, the thing about the Hudson River School that I did not know is that it's in fact far more valuable and far more rare in many cases than the things like Picasso's, Van Gogh's, Monet's. I mean, those some of those artists, they're great, don't get me wrong, but they were prolific. They just made thousands of paintings or drawings. And the Hudson River School, in some cases, they would have a piece here, for example, that maybe the artist had only ever made like 12 pieces. And so they're just far more important historically. And really, that's so cool that Winona has had them here and will continue to have them here. So there's some, we're not going to walk all the way through, but there's some of them back there. Here are some of the pieces that are in the permanent collection. But mind you, there are 900 pieces in the permanent collection, so these change. I got a little tip from Caitlin that coming is an exhibition that will be opening in the back room in May, and that's going to contain many of the really important pieces of art, names that are of such great importance in the art world. They're coming from New York, I think she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Todd. And it's going to open in May, and it's going to be just this extremely beautiful exhibition of art that is completely world class. Like, there's one thing in this room I have to show you. Okay. Oh, see that painting back there? It's called The Hope. If you've been here, you recognize it because it's a crowd favorite. That is actually part of the permanent collection, so that's really cool. I'm glad it's here. And also some of this is, a lot of like oceanic type of art. Like, look at this. Okay. I don't want to touch it. This is the tusk of a narwhal.
Narwhal, yeah. They exist. I guess they exist.
I thought that this was not a real thing. Todd, what is a narwhal?
It's the unicorn of the sea.
Okay. Are you making this up? Is this one of your
No,
podcasts?
This is a lot of people think these don't exist, but they did. They do, right?
They still exist. They're not extinct?
Don't know if this guy still exists, but
That's pretty old. No, that was taken in 1909.
yeah.
I mean, he might, but he might in some form, and not, Anyway, I didn't think that this was real. I had no idea what a narwhal was before we walked in this room earlier, and I guess so. It's illegal to collect or trade these now, but they got this through legal means, through some channel that where it was previously owned, and so it was entirely legal. It's on display here. Apparently the school kids love it. I do too, in a very strange way, because it's like just this giant, it's like a tusk, right? I mean, what is it? Does it just
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it comes out of their head like a unicorn, but
like a unicorn.
I think they're a mammal.
I just know that I feel like I need to go nerd out and do some research on this right now, because I have no idea. I have absolutely nothing on this. Okay, so here we are in this room here. Actually, I think they are putting the concert tonight. So the Winona Symphony Orchestra is going to be lighting up this room with beautiful music. I think that there were only 150 tickets available, and there are a few left. So if you want to go, you can go to the Minnesota Marine Art Museum's website. It's mam.org, and there's a link there that will take you to the ticket portal where you can get a ticket and you could come check this out for yourself. And if you're not in town, but you're going to be in town, you have to come here. This is so special. And I can't tell you what's going to be on the walls when you come because it changes all the time. But I can tell you what's coming pretty soon that I'm excited about. It's Liz Sexton, Out of Water. She does paper mache stuff. And so she's apparently been like in New York Fashion Week and things like that because she makes these giant paper mache masks and other things. Okay, Todd, I just realized this is a paper mache mask.
Wow.
That's
You
on a
detailed.
person. Wow. Apparently the pieces in the exhibit are pretty impressive. They're here. They're just not up yet. They're going up May 9th, I think. She said. And this is another piece of the exhibit that's going up in a different area. And I understand that these pieces from Courtney Matson, this is the fauna part of the exhibition because it's flora and then it's going to be fauna. I guess these are also gigantic pieces of art that it's just going to fill this room up. I'm excited. Okay, so let's walk back up to the front here. I am so happy we came here, Todd, because I hadn't seen the flora exhibit up and I hadn't seen some of the more recent changes like the virtual reality. And it's just amazing, right? Like I think that this museum it's become really much more contemporary with the times, you know? They had a party, I think it was a month, it might have been in February. The party sold out so fast that I couldn't even go. I could not get a ticket to it. But it was like an opening party, an art opening party, and art opening parties, you know, it's like I have been to a couple like years back and I thought a little bit of a snooze fest if I'm honest. But this was not that. They had a DJ and there was food and beverages and lots of elbow rubbing, and it sounds like it was a heck of a good time. And so they have another one coming up in the beginning of May, another opening party that's going to be for these two gals for their exhibition. And I'm going to be at that one. I'm going to get tickets in advance. And they were not very much. They were like $10 or something like that. So anyway, I love what this museum is doing because they have taken it a place like maybe you feel like you could just visit there once a year or something like that. Maybe if you were coming through town, where I bought a membership so that I could keep coming back and seeing all the new stuff that they have. They also have, by the way, for the record, one of the coolest gift shops in town. Over here, there's like replica pieces of art that you can buy, and that stuff is really pretty. They also bring in pieces that are for sale that correspond with the traveling exhibits that they have. But over here, like I have Christmas shopped in this little gift shop over here because the stuff they have is you can't find it anywhere else. It's so unique. It's so extremely unique. And like for kids or for art buffs, I love their swagger, and I love their swagger, and I love this museum, and I'm so happy that we're back here today, Todd. I almost just lost my microphone. Thank you for coming along with us on this walk through. Every week we go somewhere different, wherever you want to get a really live look at, and I don't know where it's going to be next week, but we'll be happy to show you something new then, and I hope everybody has a great weekend and is enjoying this fantastic weather, and see you in Winona soon. Bye.